Construction of Kiunga Airport Terminal commences. Motorists injured following nasty road accident. And Keapara village receives clean water and sanitation. Welcome, this is Saturday's news. I'm Kilawani. The Strickland River and Lake Murray in the Western Province are victims of the Porgera mine tailings. Governor for Western Province Taboy Awi-Yoto was in Enga Province and told the Porgera landowners in the consultative meeting with the government the situation in Western Province.
The Porgera mine is set to reopen soon, but there are legacy issues with the mine. Environmental destruction has been an ongoing issue within the province of Enga and also across the border. A delegation from Western Province led by the governor, Taboy Awi-Yoto, revealed that the Strickland River and Lake Murray were affected by tailings from the Porgera mine for the past 30 years.
After 30 years of mining, the La Waraya and pass lahap. Na online bumila Lake Murray, also tapping raba na saling la Kiunga raba factory. Na bocha kamanta posem na raba lahap. Now this lahap was sim raba leme and pass.
Governor Awi-Yoto was part of the Prime Minister's delegation that went into Enga Province to talk with Porgera landowners in a consultative meeting. He revealed during the meeting that the destruction caused has severely affected the lives of people in the area.
So heavy blow mine, you know, you blow tablo, SML tasok kisin. Mi blow line tamlo lo wara, mi blow kisin big la heavy through. Okada saksak place on the finish, place on the login garden and finish to. Or sem na mi blow to come, lo toksawa lo satim, or sem mi blow to kisin heavy, na mi like to declaim on that too.
Awi-Yoto said Western Province is among other provinces that are staking a claim for environmental destruction caused by the Porgera mine.
Team Lomi by putting position paper Lomi on behalf of Western Province. Na behind by looking all paper hela to bakam, sandan to bakam, time like mining and come on that cost. Na cost and environmental cost and ni back them.
Fidelis Sukina National MTV News.
Prime Minister of Papua New Guinea, James Marape, told Porgera landowners that taking back the Porgera mine was the first step to taking back the PNG economy. He added that there will be better shares from the Porgera mine that will benefit the country. Governor for Enga Province, Peter Ipatas, told the landowners to work together to ensure that the mine reopens soon.
The Prime Minister of Papua New Guinea, James Marape, gave a strong statement during the landowner consultations with the Porgera landowners in Enga Province, adding that the whole decision to take over the Porgera mine was to make sure that the country benefited fully before the end of the mine life of Porgera.
We start making work for countries, so country no can hungry get beyond the mine past for 20 years.
He followed through by saying that the reopening of the Porgera mine is the start of taking back PNG's economy.
Take back Papua New Guinea's economy and leave no one behind. This is philosophy must
Marape mentioned that the provincial government, the people of Enga and the landowners of Porgera, plus Papua New Guinea, will have a greater benefit from the mine.
Last time before Porgera passed, you holding 2.5. The Enga provincial government holding 2.5. Now you sit down through negotiation, you sit down finish. One of you make some finish and you start with 15%. But 51% you may hold me, blow you blow proper ground. 15% when the Enga provincial government 15% up front. And money finish start as soon as day one mine start, money come inside and buy you some money up front.
Governor of Enga Province, Peter Ipatas, said opening the mine was dependent on landowners and they must all work together to ensure all is in order before the reopening of the Porgera mine.
You let the correct, or LMB line, or the correct, river line, or always Papua now line blooming, almost the correct. You may give him okay now, you may negotiate good. No can hurry up on negotiation.
Open mind na time smoke na making money start. You me easy na straight mo agent. Imi la sanisim longen. Or narla negotiation by me working loan compensation agreement na negotiation. Hemol by taking time so.
Fidelis Sukina, National MTV News.
A groundbreaking ceremony yesterday by stakeholders in Western Province signifies the construction of the new Kiunga Terminal Airport. Northfly MP James Donald says the project will give a new face to the old and rundown airport facility that has existed for years. Over 3 million kina has been allocated through a joint funding to allow initial groundwork.
Despite the wet weather, the groundbreaking ceremony went ahead. Stakeholders from the Western Provincial Government, PNG SDP, NAC and other partners witnessed this significant ceremony. The project will include a new structure for the terminal to house airline operators and ground staff. Northfly MP James Donald says though it will be a small building, it is a significant project.
Now we needed a facility, you need one house, at least all man can go sit down inside. Only get some good win, only get rest him all man good. That's the reason why we had to push quickly to get something done.
The Northfly DDAS put forward 1.5 million kina with other stakeholders like PNG SDP granting more than 2 million towards the terminal and runway upgrade. The project is significant for National Airport Corporation. NAC believes the people of Western need this service.
Kiunga inokat terminal long time too much. So now we play looking good terminal come. Me play how much no work on them. Minister, district administration, contractor, no make sure this la terminal. Let me come up no this la standard. Why you look him, now you like him. You play can look him too. Not no project you work go in finish yet. And fence. All this like kind of project ya please me must appeal lo you pla lo look out him. Emino blow me pla National Airports Corporation ino blow member emiet honorable member nogat na provincial government DDA employ you pla must look out him.
Initial work has commenced with the available funding put forward. Contractor AGL Builders have shown their commitment to work within the given time and budget. It will be a project supervised and built according to aviation laws.
This will no longer happen. The new terminals will change all that. It will provide infrastructure for the people of Western Province that they deserve, and hopefully will unlock the potential of the Kiunga and Fly River area.
While the project is hoped to give a facelift to the Kiunga Airport Terminal, MP Donald says the important infrastructure was overlooked in the past years. He says no time or money should be wasted to deliver this project so people of Western Province will benefit.
Enough of mucking around, enough of spending unnecessary. All the kind of legally something you mean up utilize him good. We have been mucking around unnecessary wastage. Today, no. You see us working, every single toya counts for us. And today, I must come up also. I am very concerned, me one man, me say believe yourself. One single toya, not can waste him. Go and do something solid. Let him something, you mean move. This okay.
Jack Lapava Jr., National MTV News.
Ley MP John Rosso says all the roads in Ley will be sealed, but it won't be done as quickly as people demand. It is estimated the roads in Ley need at least 200 million kina to repair all of them. Through ongoing partnerships between the Works Department, the district and the Ley City Authority, the main trunk roads in Unitek and East Taraka have been upgraded. Apart from other funding sources, taxes collected in Ley have since been locked into road building and construction projects, and this will see the suburban roads fixed.
A lot of people are saying, I see on social media, people comment, why don't we build 4 lanes? Why don't we do this? Why don't we do that? why is my street missing out? What people should realize, there's a limited amount of money. Money ino sa kama blo anblo diwai. Money hadlo paini me. So when money mipla paini, mipla look. All the streets will be sealed, will be maintained. We need 200 million kina to undertake all the street roads in Ley. Every year we are working on addressing a few of those issues. And I think Works has been very, very helpful, working in close consultation with my office and the Ley City Authority office. And we've been addressing some of the main trunk roads. We're now looking at addressing the urban streets as we progress.
3 vehicles were involved in a road accident this morning along Papua Freeway in Port Moresby, with the vehicles being badly damaged, but no one was killed. After a collision on the Freeway road, 2 of the vehicles were forced off the road and down a steep hill, while the other one, although was also damaged, did not go down the hill but just veered off onto the side of the Freeway road. The injured motorists were taken to hospital by St. John Ambulance shortly after the accident occurred. Police traffic officers were also at the scene to assess the accident. Members of the public who were at the scene expressed that although they did not actually witness what happened as it unfolded very quickly, given the vehicles were reported to be traveling on high speed, they heard huge noises of vehicles colliding and rolling down the hill. You're watching National MTV News. More stories after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to the news. The people of Keapara village in the Rigo district of Central Province will now have access to clean drinking water and sanitation. This was made possible through a partnership between the European Union and Climate Change Development Authority. Over 80 water tanks were installed to each household, which will allow them to collect and use rainwater.
The water and sanitation project was made possible through a partnership with CCDA and European Union. Over 83,500 litres water tanks and associated materials were delivered to Keapara village. The tanks were installed to the houses, which allowed them to collect and use rainwater. Leftover materials from this project were used to construct a building for the community elementary school. Representatives from Climate Change Development Authority, European Union and other stakeholders recently visited Keapara village to commission these water tanks.
The water project here, it is based on an open, inclusive and participatory process. The people of Keapara decided that they wanted water project in this village. Of all the propositions, you wanted water, and this is why we followed through.
This water and sanitation project comes under the Adapting to Climate Change Sustainable Energy Program. It was implemented by the Climate Change Development Authority through funding and technical support from the European Union GIZ program in Suva, Fiji. The project took over 2 years to be completed with a total cost of over 4 million kina. The project targets communities that are vulnerable to the impacts of climate change. It aims to support socio-economic development of rural communities in Rigo and to reduce their vulnerability to climate change impacts by providing reliable integrated water and sustainable energy.
Working in close partnership and collaboration with our good partners, good traditional partners such as the European Union, who have been working with Papua New Guinea for the last 40 years, especially improving the lives of our people in the communities. So I think the first point that I want to share.
We have been partners to the wash sector, the water sector, for a long time. At the moment, we still have about 30 million euros, so that's 120 million kina invested to provide support to access to water, hygiene, sanitation in PNG.
With the project reaching its end, the challenge is now on the people to help look after these water tanks. The provincial government and the District Development Authority have been urged to have this project in their plans and to assist with maintenance costs going into the future.
Ward member, we need to factor it into our ward development plans and the district and provincial plans so that whatever investment that we are putting on here is sustained. going into the future?
Is the need to sustain and manage these projects. We need to take ownership over these 80 water tanks that have been distributed. We understand that climate change is real. As we look around us, the rising sea level.
Rayon Lakingu National, MTV News.
The government has taken a bold step in planting over 10 million trees in the next 10 years. This initiative is to help address climate change in the country. Conservation and Environment Minister Wera Morris says they have started planting trees in Simbu and Eastern Highlands provinces. With climate change affecting coastal villages in Central Province, the minister also highlighted plans to work together with the provincial government to plant mangroves along the coastline.
Government has taken a bold step to plant 10 million trees over the next 10 years. We started last year. We are focusing on the Eastern Highlands province and the Simbu provinces. 2 provinces to basically start planting 10 million trees. But also we are advocating for us to plant mangroves along the coastline. For the mangroves, we have advantages. One, it forms a natural defense perimeter against the waves of sea waves along the coastline. But more so, one mangrove tree takes in 10 times more carbon dioxide than a tree that stands up on the hill. So it is very, very important. And now the fact that I am seeing it here and with having it seen here at Keapara, and also I'm pretty sure that the same could be said along our Ula villages. We now have got to put in an effective program to plant mangroves. And we're going to work closely with your member so that we can be able to, how we will be able to support the communities so that we will have to have a definitive program so that we can start now planting mangroves because it is important.
The West New Britain provincial government has allocated 5 million kina towards the redevelopment of the Kimberley town market. Through a tri-partnership between the governments of Australia, New Zealand and West New Britain, a modern market facility will be built. One that will cost 27 million, designed to have water, sanitation and hygiene facilities with over 700 covered spaces for vendor service. With the assistance of the Kimberley Market Working Group and UN Women, this economic investment will be completed come October 2022. A multi-skilled workforce is needed in Papua New Guinea's next generation of the workforce. Speaking yesterday during the MAPEX Training Institute's 16th graduation ceremony, guest speaker John Pasca urged graduates to value the skills achieved and put to good use. Over 600 students graduated in different technical courses offered by the institution.
It was all smiles as nearly 600 graduates attended for the institution's 16th graduation. Guest speaker and Trade Union Congress frontman John Pasca gave a picture of the growing trend of jobs in the country. He believes PNG must build a multi-skilled workforce.
It's a very sophisticated environment today. And so the skills that you acquire now will enable you to perform certain tasks within certain settings. But it should not stop you from acquiring skills in other areas also. Because it is a sophisticated world we live in today, and sometimes having a multi-skill approach may be the appropriate or relevant way to pursue the acquisition of skills.
Another guest speaker and Southern Highlands Governor William Powie spoke of the huge chunk of students falling out of the country's education system. He says this is a huge gap that has fueled the unemployment rate. Powie believes focus must shift to technical training and life skills.
So the rationale is the challenge from government, the education department, is to be TVET colleges, technical colleges, where you will give life skills for these people who are here and the future generation to come. There's no other way.
Meanwhile, the institution's executive director, Marcus Kara, urged graduates to value their achievement and prove to critics. He reminded the challenge in today's workforce.
Be vigilant, apply honestly, and commit yourself to tasks you are delegated to perform. And because of your discipline and commitment, you will be criticized and ridiculed by others, but that should not stop you from pursuing and achieving your dreams, because you are the master of your own destination. Be smart and work ahead of time and show critics what you are capable of achieving.
This is the 16th graduation for MAPEX, an institution giving second chance and hope to Papua New Guinea's homegrown workforce. Jack Lapava Jr., National MTV News.
Landowners of the Ramutu Hydro project are calling for a stakeholder meeting to be held so that matters concerning the landowners can be discussed. A landowner representative says a landowner company must be established so that landowners can participate from any spin-off benefits. He also appealed to the Eastern Highlands provincial government to work together with the landowners to ensure landowners benefit from this project.
Me like him funding long umbrella company must release immediately long sustaining mipla long participate inside the multi-billion kina, which is 3.5 billion kina project inside the country, because all get projects, they have their starting time and then finishing time, and then they are seasonal projects. But when you talk about the water resource hydro project, you can start him, but there's no finishing time. So mipla like go inside lo good proper negotiation and then done everything, and we can come in line one team tintin lo mipla len on us. Also na mi got big pla ting lo me like him, you pla all get stakeholders as soon as possible. Me like him, you pla calling me pla len on us, come down, hurry up long here must be, and then form your umbrella company lo mipla can participate fully inside long Isla project Ramutu.
The time that MIPLA got is limited. By September, the project can by start. In terms of landowners' participation, involvement of the provincial and the national government, and dragging MIPLA a bit, which from now we have 5 to 6 weeks before all these things must be done, in order to ensure that the project is in place, is on time, working with the landowners within the impact areas.
Here's a positive story for a mother of 4 in Bougainville who, after undergoing training in financial literacy, now owns a trade store. 42-year-old Samantha Prima attended a session run by Care International as part of the Bougainville Cocoa Families Support Project. Through that session, she identified unnecessary spending habits and saved money to start her own business.
For many years, Samantha has held a dream of owning her own trade store, a stable income for her children and husband. Samantha is a hard-working mother. She says she plants cabbage, bananas, and even taros and sold the produce in Buka. However, a challenge was the lack of knowledge on how to budget and save money. In 2019, Samantha's husband attended a session on financial literacy facilitated by Care International. When Samantha was introduced to the training, known as Bougainville Cocoa Families Support Project, she was encouraged to make better financial decisions. 2 years later, and Samantha's dream of owning a trade store is now a reality. This financial training program is supported by the Australian and New Zealand governments through the Bougainville Partnership. With the dream of owning a store now accomplished, Samantha, her husband and children are now planning on building a house. Thekla Gunga, National MTV News.
Trukai Sports.
Welcome to Trukai Sports. AFL PNG's Southern Region Division has launched a schools coaching program in preparation for a schools AFL competition planned for later this year. Known as the New Kick coaching program, it was launched this morning at the Murray Barracks Oval in NCD.
The school's AFL coaching program will be rolled out throughout Papua New Guinea, beginning with participants from schools in NCD, which commenced this morning.
Since the starting of our program all across all the schools, not in NCD only, but also in other parts of the country as well, in other regions as well. For us in Port Moresby, we are having our Open Kids Gala Day today. There's a lot of interest from the schools and kids from different types of schools that take part today.
The coaching program is aimed at equipping school-aged children basic AFL skills and also social life skills for use at school and at home.
We get the kids from age up to 5 up to 17. We skill them with our basic skills. Our main basic skills are kicking, bouncing, and handballing. So today we teach our kids about those basic skills, and not only skills, but we also talk to them about social lifestyle, how to look after themselves, and how to keep them healthy in the school and as well in their homes as well.
The COVID-19 pandemic has affected AFL PNG's operations over recent months, especially in terms of running its school and community programs.
I think COVID has put us dragging our programs for years now. Last year and this year, we haven't been doing any programs and any activities in schools and communities. But with our protocols and guidelines, I think we're ready to do our programs all across the country.
AFL PNG encourages parents to register their kids for the coaching program in preparation for the school's AFL competition.
We're looking forward for this program to carry on next week and onwards. This is the first phase of our program. So we're looking forward for every Saturdays. We'll be having normal New Kick program here at Murray Barracks Oval. So all the kids from age 5 up to 17 are most welcome to come and take part in our programs, but they have to register. Register is free. You have to register your kids. So we'll make sure we follow our protocols and guidelines and how many statistics of our numbers that we're going to take during the day.
Dennis Orere, Trukai Sports.
With the conclusion of the 9th tournament tomorrow, the Port Moresby Rugby Football League is scheduled to resume its pre-season next week. 14 teams will be participating this year, with 20 rounds of competition in the men's A grade, under 20 and the women's division.
Unfortunately, we're squeezing in everything because of the COVID-19 pandemic that has happened worldwide, as you guys have known. So PRL, we've started to do all these things. PRL has run since 1949, and it's undisturbed competition. We're one of the big leagues before any other competition that started. So in doing so, Dr. James Naipau, our chairman, and Wari Waragi, our deputy, and me as a junior vice president, have decided that Port Moresby Rugby League will always run its competition, no matter what. We want the competition to run every year, so we have records of Port Moresby Rugby League running all through. And in our term of board membership, we are trying to make it, put it straight that our board membership during our term, the competition will not be put off. And we would like to thank the PNG sports people and his team for allowing us to continue with Rugby League.
And that story wraps up Trukai Sports. The weather report for the next 24 hours after the break. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports. Trukai Sports.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by MoniPlus. With you always.
Weather forecast for tonight and tomorrow. Southern region, Port Moresby, Popondetta and Alotau, partly cloudy. Daru, partly cloudy periods with few squally showers. Kerama, partly cloudy with chances of afternoon showers. In the Momase region, Lae, partly cloudy with chances of few afternoon showers. Madang and Wewak, mostly fine. Vanimo, partly cloudy. In the New Guinea Islands region, Lorengau, Kokopo and Rabaul, mostly fine. Kavieng and Buka, partly cloudy with chances of brief showers. Kimbe, partly cloudy. In the Highlands region, Mount Hagen, Goroka and Kundiawa, morning fog clearing into mostly fine periods with chances of afternoon showers. Mendi and Wabeg, morning fog clearing, then partly cloudy with brief showers possible.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by MoniPlus, with you always.
And that's been the news, sports and weather for today, Saturday, the 10th of July, 2021. Pleasant viewing. Good night.